Released September 16th, 2016 on PC, Switch, PS4 and Xbox One by publisher and developer 34 Big Things. Redout Enhanced Edition, much like F-Zero, Wipeout, Fast Racing Neo and the like, is another one of those warp speed type racing games that should you blink, that may be all it takes for you and your ride to be shattered into bite-sized pieces all over these insanely designed tracks. This review may very well be a day late and $1 short, but today I'm reviewing the VR component of Redout. Much like Rise Race the Future, I could not let this one slide either. Thanks to the developers for the review key.
Congratulations, gold medal awarded.
Where story is concerned, there really is none. While playing, you're free to use your imagination in the career mode, but what your mind can come up with is as much of a story as you'll get here. This being a racing game though, most, including myself, really don't show up for an engaging story, and many racing games have taught us over these generations. Prime example, Need for Speed games. Racing games are usually better off without one. So, no story to speak of. Let's move on to sound. The soundtrack here is pretty sweet, fitting for the genre, never gets old or annoying, and helps keep you engaged and entertained, even when the odds are against you.
Sunsets on my life.
The ships sound good, the sound effects are tight, and the announcer's presentation is also fitting.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Where the visuals are concerned, I'm going to have to go easy on Redout. Like I said earlier, this is an old game, and while other games released in 2016 may have looked better, this doesn't look bad, just really dated, but not in an eyesore kind of way. Redout also looks better in its flat mode, and even the VR footage you're seeing here looks better than what's presented in the headset. The vehicle designs aren't bad, but again, dated. The particle effects look good. There are nice lighting effects throughout the stages, and the tracks look pretty good. Again, I'm tiptoeing around these visuals because of this game's age. Also, if anyone decides to grab this dated title, maybe like I did, you'd like to check out the VR aspect, then I'm simply educating you, so you know to tether your expectations. It's a good game. It looks okay, but it ain't a visual masterpiece. Nitty-gritty time, the gameplay. On startup, we've got more than enough options to keep you busy, tweaking and fine-tuning. We've got 3 control schemes to choose from, Redout, Classic, and Arcade, none of which supports VR motion controllers. This is okay by me though, as playing a racing game with VR controllers, while a good option to have just in case, holding my arms out in mid-air or pretending to turn a steering wheel tends to get tiring after a while. So if I'm to be turning a wheel, let it be an actual racing wheel controller. Still on options, we've got keyboard layout, vibration options, game options, sound options, visual options, and game modes. You can choose the career mode, quick race, or online. The racing types we got are Last Man Standing, Pure Race, Time Challenge, Speed, and Pure Time Challenge. The pure modes mean you can't use your purchased and equipped power-ups. There are no comfort options here. But the thing is, and maybe it's just me because I've been doing this VR thing long enough, but as insane as these races are, I never got motion sickness, not one hint of nausea. There's a large ship roster to choose from and several classes to unlock as you progress through the career mode.
Here, you can purchase and install power-ups on your ship.
The power-ups I mentioned are quite useful as well. You can only equip 2 at a time, 1 active and 1 passive. I found them all so appealing though. I wished for more power-up slots. But here's what you can do. Before each race, see what the requirements are and what kind of a race it is. Based on that info, you'll be able to determine which power-up would suit you best for any particular race. For example, if it's a time trial, you would not need the EMP blast, which is real good for last man standing and standard races. See where I'm going? Yeah. The power-ups are also upgradable.
You have just been offered a contract from a racing team.
While powering through the career mode, you'll sometimes be offered contracts. Each contract has a set of requirements. If you successfully fulfill these terms, you stand to receive a decent payout, which goes a far way to your ship's progression. I noticed though, for each ship class, the ships weren't that different. I mean, there were differences, but not enough to make me ever want to change a ship in a particular class.
Finish. New record. Congratulations, gold medal awarded.
And there were no replays. I love sitting back and watching me a good replay from different angles in any racing game, so when that's absent, I'll always notice. Other than that, Redout VR is a winner. Playing it flat is all well and good, but everything is better or at least more interesting in VR. I'm usually not great at games like these. They usually prove too fast for me. But here in Redout, while it started off kinda tough, I got acclimated in no time, and with the exception of the pure races, where I couldn't use power-ups, like the repair drone and such, I found these races to be quite doable. I've always liked the look of these types of racers, but never quite got into one. Fast Racing Neo on the Wii U was the closest I came to becoming invested, but it didn't quite stick either. But because of the VR component, I was able to spend some quality time with Redout. If you're a VR player and you use PC VR, then I'd recommend Redout VR, especially if you've got an affinity for racers, VR or flat.
Congratulations, silver medal awarded.
Thanks for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's say you saw something here that pissed you off though. Then, the logical course of action would be to dislike, maybe unsub, and all that bitter stuff. Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.
New record.